Welcome. Welcome to the Los Angeles Method podcast. My name is Theodora. I'm the creator and founder. Welcome to the Los Angeles Method Creative Leadership podcast. During this time together, we will work on supporting and empowering you to become the best leader you can be in your personal or professional life. Before we continue, I want to clarify that this is not therapy or a substitute for medical advice. Let me quote Maslow's hierarchy of needs. At the bottom of the pyramid, you have the physiological needs: air, water, food, shelter, sleep, clothing, reproduction. On top of that are the safety needs: personal security, employment, resources, health, property. Third comes love and belonging: friendship, intimacy, family, sense of connection. Fourth is esteem: respect, self-esteem, status, recognition, strength, freedom. And fifth, self-actualization: desire to become the most that one can be. To do the work with the Los Angeles Method Creative Leadership, the first two floors of your pyramid, physiological needs and safety needs, must have been met. If you feel you are stuck, and with that feeling come thoughts of harming yourself, or you feel persistently sad, anxious, and empty, if you have intense feelings of hopelessness or pessimism, if you have lost interest in pleasure, we recommend you seek professional medical advice. The Los Angeles Method is not a substitute for medical advice. It is a training program for people who want to explore self-actualization, self-esteem, empowerment, connection, and for people who want to become the creative leaders of their lives. Let's begin with episode 2. Socrates used to say that an unexamined life is not worth living. This program is a training process in which an individual gets support while learning to achieve specific personal and professional results or goals. You need to do the work. No one can do it for you. It is your life, and you need to work for it. I can give you the information. I can pass on the message, but you need to turn it into action. So let's start the work on the relationship with you. In order to have a fulfilling life, you need to understand yourself first. What do you want from this life? What's stopping you from achieving it? How can you create the life you want? What stops us in general from having the life we want to enjoy? What is the force that shapes and controls the quality of our lives? Why do we do the things we do? All of us have dreams about our lives, our careers, our relationships. Now, there are some fundamental patterns we all follow. These are the 3 practical questions of human need psychology. Number 1, what is stopping you from having the life and relationship you want? Number 2, what is shaping and controlling your choices and your emotions? And number 3, why do we do the things we do? If it is so easy to change how we think and feel, why don't we? It is easy to think that our emotions are outside our control. Sad people seem to be naturally sad, and happy people seem to be naturally happy without even trying. The truth is that emotions do not come to us. We go to them. You will learn how to break through the limiting patterns, the convictions which block you. You will learn to clarify what you want in life. Eleanor Roosevelt said that the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. You will learn to be at your best every day. These are some points that I would like you to think about, meditate on them. And these are the points that we're going to examine and explore through this program together of creative leadership. The first point is that we are all 100% responsible for our experiences. Every thought is a step towards the creation of our future. The power lies in the now. We all suffer from guilt and hatred for ourselves. The limits to everyone is I am not good enough. This is only a thought, and thoughts can change. Having grudges, being critical, and guilty are the most catastrophic standards. Salvation from a grudge has the power to even beat cancer. When you truly love yourself, all your life becomes balanced and constantly leads you to better situations. You need to liberate yourself from your past and forgive. The acceptance of yourself as you are this moment is the key to positive change. You are the creator. How can you use all this information in acting to your benefit? The massive changes occurring in the outside world the past years caused changes in our inner experiences and our way of life because we have the need to adapt ourselves to this changing environment so we can survive. When people are not happy with their situations, with their circumstances, they tend to make external changes. They change their clothes, they change the place they live, maybe they change their job. But what kind of change are we truly interested in? Do we need to change our hairdo to be more successful in our career? Do we want to be more beautiful on the outside so others can admire us? Well, being beautiful is great, but maybe we want to change the way we think about ourselves and the world around us. Change the way in which we handle ourselves, change the way we feel about ourselves, and the way we make decisions about our lives to achieve success. It is often seen people who know what they want to change about their lives, who know with what they're not satisfied, but they do not know how to change it. They need a kind of technology to use in order to achieve the desired result. Today we're going to talk about simple, fast, and efficient ways you can achieve that change. You can achieve your goals. Every moment of your life, you communicate with your environment. You transmit a signal. You communicate with words, with tone of voice, with body language. You also receive signals. Do you believe you always know the meaning of the signal you're transmitting? Your intention when you are communicating and the message the other person is receiving are two totally different things. Sometimes these two might meet and sometimes not. The meaning of your communication can be shown in the reaction you are receiving, and it is independent from the intention you have when you communicate. Communication is taking part in a common experience. The ordinary person knows and understands the world through his 5 senses. Every moment, unlimited sensory impressions are written down on our neurology. Our mind puts all this information in order by making generalizations, omitting and deleting things, changing some clues. The mind takes the material of these external sensory impressions and processes, edits it according to our personal way of thinking and our personal creative imagination. This way, the mind forms our own representations of the world and our personal interpretations of our sensory impressions. Was that too much? Well, let me simplify it by giving you an example. Imagine a beach. We've used that example before. What is for you a beach? Is it golden sand? People lying carefree under the sun? Are there umbrellas? Or is it a long chain of sounds of waves hitting a rock, repeating themselves in a rhythm? Or is it a place where children play? Or is it a dangerous place filled with unknown things and dangerous sharks? Nobody can see, listen, and feel like you do. The internal interpretations that your mind connects each word with are exclusively yours. You create your personal experience of the world. In this sense, life on this planet would be very lonely. But as a way to overcome this loneliness, we all use speech, gestures, and behavior as symbols to transmit a signal, a message, from our inner world to the inner world of someone else. The main reason why creative leaders win, achieve their goals, is because they're very specific at what the goal is. They describe it in every detail. Exactly the same way an actor describes his role, creates the history, creates the objectives, the wants, the needs, the stakes. We're going to go more into the acting preparation process in future episodes. Right now, I'd like you to start practicing being specific. And let me give you an example before we move on. You can tell yourself, I want to be successful. Or you can tell yourself, I want to earn this amount of money by the year 2024. I want to live in this house. I want to have 5 kids. I want to travel the world. This is specific. These are actions that your mind, your brain can see as evidence. When you say I want to be successful, it's too general. But when you say I want to earn this amount of money, when that amount enters your bank account, your mind, your subconscious, your soul gets the satisfaction of winning a goal. And that becomes an addiction. And then you learn how to do it again and again and again. I'm going to go into more details about the process on how this can happen. Right now, we are at the beginning of the Creative Leadership Program. I would like to ask you to write down the answers to these questions. First, I'd like you to write down 3 things that you want to learn from the Creative Leadership Program. That way your mind knows where to look. That way your mind knows where to focus. Number 2, I want you to write down your goal. What is it that you want from life? Is it something that you want from your personal life? Is it something that you want from your business life? It needs to be specific. You can write it down now with any words you want to use. And in future episodes, you will go back to this sentence and you will adjust it according to the tools I'm going to give you. Write down 3 things that are stopping your career, or write down 3 things that are not allowing you to experience the personal life that you want and desire. What are the 3 obstacles that you face? And then I'd like you to write down, why do you think someone should work with you? Let me give you some notes on how to write down goals. Every goal needs to be well formatted. You need to know exactly and precisely what it is that you want, and be sure that what you want is feasible, meaning have faith. More specifically, a goal is well formatted when you have given detailed answers to these questions. 1. What you want. 2. How do you know you got it? 3. When do you want it? 4. The materialization of this goal is something depending solely on you. Number 5. Is it a global goal? And number 6. Does this goal have the positive elements of your current reality? I will give you some time to think on your goals. Think of the answers to these questions. It doesn't have to be like this big, you don't have to write this big book. Just take a piece of paper and write it down. Also, I would suggest you write it down with a pen or a pencil instead of typing it. There is research that has shown that when we write something, it becomes part of us faster, easier than when we type something. Typing is very fast and your mind doesn't have the time to really digest and accept what it is that you are writing. So make an effort, take a piece of paper, sit somewhere quietly, relax, spend some time with yourself, enjoy your company, and think about what you want. Think about your goals. Think about what it is that you want to do. Think about your future. Visualize it and take some notes. Thank you for being here with us. I'll see you in episode 3, where we're going to talk about specific tactics that actors use to create a role. Love and light to all.